All right, welcome back to another episode of Tyler's Room. We got HoffaOTR back in the building.
We back in here.
So what's been going on, bro? You just dropped your new project, Hoffas World.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So it's been about a year since you last been here. So let's just go over like what you've been up to and shit. How you've been preparing for your project, what you've been getting into life-wise, and how it impacted you making the album.
So pretty much, it's been like a year and a half since I dropped my last project. It's been like a year since I dropped music, like I dropped the video Cream, and then I let that sit and linger for a little bit. But literally I was just like experiencing life, like going through the motions with everything so I could have something to talk about. And then also I was working with Chavo when he dropped his tape. We was doing features on there, and I was just helping him really just push his shit out. And then I was working with my other boy, KG's, who's on my tape, because he just recently started rapping, probably like a good 5 months in. So I'm trying to get him in a good position and pretty much trying to make him blow up before I do, you feel me?
Is it KG's OTR or what?
Nah, he's just KG's right now. KG's right now. He got his own thing going on, but that every time we in the studio together, so.
But not to cut you off, I want to throw this in there because I remember the first interview we did, I asked you if you would have like anybody under your label, the OTR thing. You said nah, but then I seen the tape, the album, and I seen you only got one other feature on every other, like, so yeah. I was like, is this...
I mean, eventually that's where it's gonna go to. I just want to be able to have 4 legs to stand on myself until I have people coming under me. Like, I still want him to have his own thing and not really be associated with OTR, like he could stand on his own, you feel me? And then, you know, we all together, like Chavo, he could be OTR, but it's like everybody got their own little thing going on. I don't want people to be seen as a group, but like we all together, pretty much.
I see that. So you brought up the Cream video. How was it shooting that? Because that seemed like that was like heavily anticipated for you.
Bro, Cream, it was like right before COVID really hit. Like that's when stuff started shutting down, and so we had to come up with stuff like pretty quick. So the vision for the video was literally just trying to show my life and everything that I'm going through, like helping my grandmother out with bills and what I'm doing, I'm working, going to the studio, and I'm just doing shit like that, just showing them the process of cash rules everything around me. Like, you're not gonna be able to do anything if you don't have Cream. And that's pretty much what the whole vision was. And we went down to the city, shot a couple scenes down there, and then shot inside my crib. And really, I just want people to show people like who I am. And that's what the whole name is, Hoffas World. I'm trying to have everybody like a little scope into my life.
So I actually remember when you guys were like posting, you guys were shooting that video. That was definitely during the winter time, right? Yeah, I remember that. So at the end of that video, I'm sure everybody noticed that you put the like the mural of your grandfather at the end.
Yeah.
So how did you losing your grandfather impact you, and how did that help you make the project?
That really changed everything. And the crazy thing is, my last project was around the time my grandfather died. Like, if you see the cover for All Sides, in the background it's literally the same murals and stuff that we had, and like that motivated me to go even harder. Because the last conversation I had with my grandfather was like me pretty much making it and trying to do that, and I wanted to show him that before he passed, but unfortunately that's what happened. That just gave me an extra boost to go through it. And then when that happened, it was like I already had my tape ready to go, so then that's when I took a step back and really wanted to be more vulnerable in my music. Cause like I was making songs before that was good, like we had Juice, old songs like Too Fast, but that wasn't really like who I am, you feel me? So I wanted to really show people like my whole circle, everything that I'm doing.
Nah, yeah, as far as what you just said, I definitely see like what you're saying, how you projected that into your music, because like you said, like Too Fast and Juice and all those like hype type songs versus the songs that you have now on your tape. You can definitely see the difference.
That shit, like now, bro, it's like I always told myself I didn't want to get personal because like I was embarrassed of like, this is like younger. So like what I would rap about is like how nice I am. Like when I first started rapping, it would be like boom, bad beats. I wasn't really getting in depth into who I am. It was just like, I'm this nice and shit like that. But now it's like, this shit is so easy. I'm just speaking to the microphone about my life, and I feel like this is the best music I've been making right now.
No, I could agree. Are you writing or are you freestyling?
It's weird. So when I go to the studio, I'll probably have a song ready, I'll probably have like one verse, and then I'll go with the verse, and then I'll punch in for the second verse.
Yeah, because one of the studio sessions that I was in with you, you definitely were punching in on one of the songs on there.
Yeah, I feel like punching in is better because it gives you more freedom and more versatility, and like it sounds more unique. So that's why I like to do it like that.
What's your favorite song on the album?
God damn, I would have to say "Hold It Down," "More Time," and "Realer and Realer." Those are my top three.
That's actually, I didn't expect you to say either of them. To be honest, I thought you were probably gonna say like The Voice or damn, I'm forgetting the name of the other one. I gotta look. I did not want to have to look.
We got
I probably remember.
WASL, which stands for We Ain't Showing Love.
Nah, not that one. Not that one.
Popped Out.
Yeah, Popped Out. I thought you was gonna definitely say that, and probably The Voice, because The Voice like holds a little bit more weight. Or Cream, obviously.
Cream, Cream was my favorite. I feel like that was like the perfect intro for the tape. Like,
it definitely was.
It really touched all bases. But I had that song for like so long. But everything else is like, I don't even know. It's all personal, honestly. Like it's all real shit. So like they all got a different part of my heart in there. So
I feel like the best songs on there, like when it comes to like getting to know you or like getting more in depth with your music, is definitely like Time. Or if you listen to Cream with the video, like that's definitely like that shit is tough.
That shit, that's probably my favorite, honestly. That's probably.
So on The Voice, you obviously spoke about like police brutality and all that stuff, dealing with racism. How did like what went on with like George Floyd earlier last year and all that play a role into you putting that on the album?
The crazy thing is, I wasn't even trying to make a song like that. Like I think the day it happened or the next day, I had a conversation with my grandmother, and then like me and her had like a real conversation about like what was going on, and then like everything that's in the song is like the real conversation me and her had. Like she's telling me like how she's seen all this stuff, and like she's telling me like there's change and like from what she's seen, and like it's getting better, and I'm literally like looking at her like, this stuff is happening every day. It's not getting any better. So then after we had that conversation, like we left it alone. And then she came up to me. She was like, she had heard Nick Cannon. He had made a song. She loves Nick Cannon, but she had heard he made a song about it. And then she was like, you know what you should do? You should make a song about it if that's really how you feel. But then I brushed it off. It was like, I'm not gonna make a song about this. So then one day I had hit up Ben YC, you know Ben?
Yeah, of course.
And then I told him, I was like, yo, can you make a beat? I'm trying to talk about this. And then he was like, yeah. Ended up not happening, and then I was in the studio one day. I heard that beat, that's on the song, and then I just started writing to it, and then it just happened. It just so happened, like that's what I was saying.
And KG's was he there with you, or
he wasn't? He wasn't even supposed to be on the song. It's crazy. Every time we go to the studio, me and him don't have things planned. We just show up, no beat, and like we just go. So then I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, I got this song. It's like a little baby shit, but it's a little different. He was like, bro, you can't be doing no Black Lives Matter shit. Cause he's thinking I'm talking about like some marching music and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, it's nothing like that. Just watch. So I'm recording it. Boom. I'm looking through the window. I'm looking at his face. He's like, nah, Unique is like, nah, this shit is hard. So then KG's, he comes to me. He's like, yeah, let me get on this. So I was like, all right, let me hear what you got to say. And then he don't write shit. That nigga don't write shit. I don't know how he don't do that, but every time we in there, he just goes in and just goes off. So it's like, nah, we gonna keep that on there.
Nah, so you said you did write that song?
Yeah, that's the one that I wrote.
Yeah. So since we're on this topic, has there ever been like a specific moment that you can remember where you had to like face something like what you're talking about in that song?
Back when I used to live in the Bronx, the conversation that I had with my pops before, it was like how you should act when you get into interactions with police, and like at that time I never experienced anything, and he's telling me this, I'm just like, all right. He's like, you're supposed to say yes sir, just so you could get out of the situation, but anything severe, no. I've been stopped and like ridiculed sometimes, or just cops trying to play games with me. Like actually out here, one time I had got pulled over. It was probably like 1 a.m. I was going to McDonald's at the time. And the cop pulls me over, and then he's just like, where you going? You know, the regular questions. And I'm telling him so I can get out of there as soon as possible. So another cop pulls up on the other side, and he's like, so we're going to play a game. Because he's asking me, why am I pulling you over? I'm like, I don't know. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna give you 3 chances. If you don't get it right, I'm gonna ask you to get out the car and I'm gonna arrest you. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I waited at the light and everything, so I'm like, I'm confused. So at the time, I was with somebody else, and like, they was trying to give the cop attitude. This other person was white, so I'm telling them, like, chill out. Like, I'm nervous. So I'm looking at the cop, like, I really don't know what's going on. He was like, do you drink, do you smoke? I'm like, nah, I don't do any of that stuff. And then the person next to me, they still yelling at the cops. I'm like, yo, chill out, I'm trying to get out this situation. But it turned out I didn't have my seatbelt on. That's what it was. But it's just little shit like that, like, just tell me why I'm getting pulled over. We're not playing games. It's like, now I'm scared. Like,
yeah,
I didn't want to be in that type of position, but I ended up getting out of there. But other than that, nothing crazy. Like, I never been like brutalized or anything like that.
No, yeah, that's good. That's crazy that they were going to do that over a seatbelt. Did you have you participated in any like protests or anything like that last year?
I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I wish I had. Nah, I haven't.
So your album is out. How do you rank yourself among like local rappers as far as what people been putting out versus what you just put out?
How do I rank myself? I feel like I'm up there. I'm up there with probably some of the top. Whoever you claim the top, I feel like my name should definitely be mentioned. But honestly, in the past year, I haven't really been in tune with what other people's doing. I literally been focused on my own shit and the people around me. But I know the work that I'm putting out, I think I'm definitely up there.
So this leads me into my next question. So is it that you just focused on like you and your circle of people that you didn't have any features on the album, or is it just that's just how it went?
I mean, I made it that point to not have no features because what I want to do now is like be more consistent with music. So I just put that out, and then I'm trying to do another tape with a bunch of other people around here and really start doing it like that. I don't got a problem with like doing features with people who's just. I'm the type of person that's just I'ma just do what I'm doing, like reaching out to people. I could do that, but I don't know. I'm just like more to myself type of person. That's
so
really what it is.
So it sounds more like you don't want to reach out to people, or is it like, just like you just focused on you?
I'm focused on me, and like I would love to work with other people. I don't see like what the problem is, but I reached out to people, or people reach out to me, and like people are so weird, bro. It's like people hit me up, it's like, oh, let's do a song, and I'll be like, yeah, and then there's no response after that. Like, right. I'm willing to do it. It's just I don't follow through. So now it's just like I don't want to waste my time, have these pointless conversations if you're not really going to get in there and lock in.
That's kind of like what me and 950 Racks just spoke about in our latest interview, was that a lot of people around here, they claim they're rappers, but it's like their work ethic is so poor that it's like it says otherwise. You know, it's like kind of like a lot of people around here just rap on the weekends type of thing.
I mean, pretty much that's what it feels like. Honestly, it's like I feel like nobody out here is actually consistent, and that's what I'm trying to change in myself. That's why it took me so long, because I've been working on so much music, and I told myself I don't want to have like a drought. You know what I'm saying? To where, all right, I just did all this and then I'm gone for 6-7 months. It's like all that time's going past. I could have been doing like anything, but I feel like that's what people need out here. Is like to be more consistent and really show niggas like I'm a rapper. Like this is not a hobby. This is what I want my life to be. You feel me?
No, yeah, it definitely makes sense. So let's go back to your album. If you could play your favorite rapper, any song, like if you had a couple seconds to play your favorite rapper song off the album, what song are you gonna play first?
I'm playing More Time, and then I'm gonna play Cream, and then who would I play it for?
Yeah, that was my next question.
I'm gonna play that for Lil Durk.
Lil Durk?
Durk,
that's your favorite rapper now?
Right now, the way my son doing this is like I kind of see myself in him, cause like this whole tape, I'm not giving you like bars to where you're sitting like, damn, this nigga just said this. Like I'm just like speaking, and that's how I feel like that's Lil Durk. He's speaking to people, and like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really speaking to people. I'm trying to speak for people who's just like me, people who's like walking that thin line of like, should I take the bad route, or should I take the good route and just make it happen? And I'm doing it for the people who's like walking on that tightrope, like trying to figure out, because people trying to take care of their family and shit. So
yeah, like you just said, I'm gonna go back to how diverse your album is now, like versus the other shit that you put out. It's like now when you listen to it, I'm not gonna say I get emotional when I listen to it, but it's like you could hear that you're trying to get something out, like you want something to be felt and heard through your music.
And I'm just glad you said that, cause like that's, bro, every time I drop music, it's like I'll put it out, I'll lock my phone. I don't want to look at that shit, cause I feel like people's not gonna understand, and I feel like if one person listens, they gonna really get what I'm doing. And then once one thing catches, it's like, nah, this nigga he really doing this. He really got something to say. And I get that a lot. Like people come up to me, it's like, oh, you not like these other rappers, how they talk about spinning blocks and all this shit. Like you really got something to say. Like when people tell me that, I really appreciate that, because that's the sole purpose and the sole thing that's driving my music. That's driving me. So I'm glad you get that.
Nah, I actually listen, bro. I don't have you up here for no reason. I actually listen.
Right.
I do my homework, son. You already got a couple videos out off this album. You got Cream.
Just Cream.
Yeah. So what, do you have something in the works for
right now? Yeah, I'm gonna get like this whole week. I'm trying to get through this whole week, and then I'm gonna start shooting next week. I honestly want to have like probably a video to almost every song, even if it's not a full music video. Probably be like a performance type thing, but on video. I'm gonna do stuff like that and really like try and push every single song, because like people listen to music, like they'll probably listen to like the first 2 songs, or they'll listen to a snippet on Instagram, and then that's it. And then what I want to do is have them at least hear a snippet of like everything, even if you don't click to go watch, like you at least hear a little bit. I feel like that's what some people do out here. It's like they're not really supporting, like going and watching. Like they'll probably just repost it and not even listen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to grab their attention in any way that I can. So I'm gonna try and do a video for like almost everything on there.
Yeah, definitely, that's a fact. And like I said, a lot of those songs, the majority of them songs have good substance to them that require a video. Like Cream, I'm not gonna say the song wouldn't be good without the video, but that's one of the songs where it's like you need the video, because like you don't have the intro like you have on the song versus the video. So it's like when you're actually watching it, it actually makes you feel like you know, like it's just a different feel versus just hearing it. So that's why not just you, but rappers in general, hearing other rappers, just the visual does play a big role in the song that you're putting out.
And I did that one first and let it linger, because I wanted it to sit and like actually do numbers and get people's attention, and just be like, all right, he did that, and then they hear the song separate. It's like, all right, I get it. Like,
nah, yeah, definitely. Cause I remember when you sent it to me, I was like, nah, this is tough. Like I'm about to put this shit out.
That shit was mad long ago.
That shit was mad long ago.
The tape just dropped. Like this whole shit is a process, man. I've been trying to plan this out, like down to the cover art, like how you got 2 sides. You got the cold side, the hot side, and that's where I'm talking about. Like, you know, I'm trying to take this route, but everything's pushing me this way to the dark side. But like, I'm doing all the wrong things to live life right. That's pretty much what it is. And I feel like I'm speaking to like every black person, every person that's going through something, like down to Black Lives Matter. That's something that me and you could relate to. But like somebody else, they probably not gonna relate to that, but they're gonna find something else. So basically, I'm speaking to like people literally just like me, and that's what like literally, bro. This whole tape, like I feel like I did this shit perfect, like down to Hoffas World, down to the cover art, down to the songs, the way it's listed.
Not even just that. Then like the anticipation. I'd be referring to you like to like the Travis Scott, because no one takes this long, like over a year to drop, bro. Like what's good?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I was kind of scared. Like I took my time, and it's like I took way too long. I was supposed to drop. It was supposed to be Chavo drops, and then I dropped like 2 weeks after. And then that's what we was gonna do. But then I got caught up with, you know, helping him with his tape, helping KG start building a foundation with music. And then it was like, nah, I gotta keep recording. So like right now I got so many songs. It's like now I feel like I'm more confident, because now I was able to take my time, pick which songs I want. Like I got these 7. I could have dropped a full length tape.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
But like I took so long on that, so it was like, all right, let me ease back in, feed these people a little bit. Let's see how they feeling with this, and then all right, they fucking with it. Let's drop again, and then again, and that's really what I want to do. I want to be consistent. I want people to look at me like, he's a rapper. You feel me? Like everybody else makes music, and that's how you look at people. Oh, he makes music. They're not like, oh, he's a rapper. He's an artist, and that's what I want to do. That's my whole thing. Like, I'm not working a job no more, bro. I can't like.
So this is your 9 to 5 now?
Pretty much. This is my 24-hour. Like,
what's up?
Honestly.
So do you plan to drop like a deluxe, or are you gonna go straight into something new?
Nah, people have been telling me to drop a deluxe, but what I'm gonna do is just keep dropping more music, like another tape, so I can start building up my catalog. But like, you got all sides too. Now you got Hoffas World. Now we gonna jump somewhere else.
Nah, yeah, I definitely like that, and the catalog is definitely growing. Like you do got a good body of work going on,
like
especially with this.
If you go on Apple Music, you probably gonna see like one tape and like singles from like 2017, 2018. So now it's just, I'm gonna really start flooding and becoming a rapper, like that ass.
Yeah, hopped out, dropped out, we gon' make it this year. Spin the block, let off shots, we gon' make them disappear. If them niggas really hate, get them out of here.
I just want the diamonds in the chain, shine like a chandelier.
I can't waste no time, I've been on my grind. I'm just tryna shine. See them hating, I'm just tryna find a better route. Just give me some time, I've been